Most men walk through life asleep, blind, weak, and satisfied with crumbs when they were meant to conquer. You sit there wondering why she pulled away. Let me ask you something. Why? Were you surprised? Did you think a few sweet moments meant she was yours forever? Did you think affection equals commitment? Did you think comfort wasn't a trap? Here's the truth: you were never in control. She got close, you got soft, she pulled back, and now you're here. Good. Now let's get to work. Life does not reward the unready. Nature punishes the unprepared. And relationships, they expose every weakness you've refused to confront. You thought she wanted your attention. She was studying your response. You thought you won her over. She was testing your frame. You mistook connection for conquest. And that was your first mistake. Understand this. A woman will pull away the moment she senses you've placed your value in her approval. Not because she's cruel, but because she's wired to seek strength, not submission. And when you give yourself to freely, when you make her your oxygen, you make her job easy. She doesn't have to choose you. You've already surrendered. The battlefield of attraction is not one with need. It is dominated by power, presence, discipline. You lost the frame, you lost the mystery. You stopped being the mountain and became the man begging to be climbed. That ends now. Stoic Principle 1. Silence is a strategy, not a reaction. Most men panic when she pulls back. They chase, they plead, they double text. They become clowns trying to win an audience that already left the tent. But Stoic men, they understand silence's strength. When she withdraws, you do not react. You observe, you do not explain. You evaluate. Every time you chase a woman who's distancing herself, you erode your value. You become noise in her life, static, predictable, weak. Let your absence do what your presence failed to. Command respect. Stoic Principle 2. Guard your inner court. Your mind is your fortress. But you left the gates wide open. You let her moods become your compass. You let her availability determine your worth. You let your emotional state be hijacked by her attention. That is not love. That is enslavement. A Stoic man understands the world outside him can rage, twist, burn, but the kingdom within remains untouched. Guard your peace like it's the last piece of gold in a collapsing empire. When she pulls away, return to your throne, not to sulk, but to sharpen your blade. Her distance is not your enemy. Your obsession is. Stoic Principle 3. Control the frame or be controlled. A man without frame is a leaf in the wind. He moves wherever she moves. He says whatever she wants to hear. He becomes whatever keeps her happy. Pathetical frame is your unshakable sense of identity. It's not arrogance. It's direction. It's knowing what you stand for so clearly that anyone who steps near either aligns or walks away. She pulled away not because you were too much, but because you were too available, too eager, too easy. You let her become the prize. You forgot you were one. From this point on, the frame is yours. You lead the tone. You control your presence. You decide who gets your time, or you remain a slave to validation, and women will smell it like blood in the water. Stoic Principle 4. Never negotiate your value. She may come back, she may not. But that's not your concern anymore. You do not barter your worth for attention. You do not compromise your values for closeness. You do not shapeshift into what you think she wants. You stand, let her pull away. Let her wonder, let her feel the absence of your power. Because here's what happens when a man reclaims his frame. His silence becomes a mirror. His discipline becomes magnetic. His presence becomes a challenge, not a prize. And women don't chase what's easy. They chase what commands respect. Stoic Principle 5. Build in her absence. You want her back? Forget her. You want to restore attraction? Don't beg. Build every ounce of energy you spent overthinking her into your body, into your craft, into your mission. Let her come back to a version of you she no longer recognizes, not because you faked it, but because you forged it. The Stoics did not wait for storms to pass. They prepared for the storm and welcomed it. So you don't sit and cry over her silence. You train in it. You build in it. You become something the old you could never imagine. That's how she returns. And that's when you'll realize you don't need her to. You lost her attention. Good, now go find your edge. She pulled away. Let her. A man who values himself doesn't chase, he ascends. Because at the end of the day, women don't stay with men who need them. They stay with men who don't flinch when they leave. This is the Stoic path. It is not soft. It is not easy. But it is yours. So stop crying, stop chasing, and stop making women your purpose. You are the fortress. You are the fire. And if you want peace, prepare for war. Subscribe, then get off this video and get back to work. Your life depends on it.